always nice to get around applause before you actually say or do anything. Unless you find me walking from my seat here. Impressive. Great. Now before I begin, I want to clarify just one thing, and that is if ever during the coming couple of minutes, if you see an opportunity where you want to cheer, applaud, scream, cheer, applaud, scream, then do that. Yeah. This will be one of those opportunities. Now, dear Miss Head of School, dear Miss Principal, Honourable National Ceremony, distinguished guests, and fellow graduates. The graduating class of IHGR 2012, we are here. 3 years of hard work.
12 years.
3 years of IHGR's hard work. Relentless determination and sleepless nights. And this is our prize. We are all sitting here, graduation day, wearing our graduation hats, all in the graduation mood. There is no other word but spectacular. Now, when I was thinking of what to put into my speech, I considered 3 important points. Ingenuity, perseverance, and companionship. I then realised that these 3 words are the basis to some of the most boring speeches ever written. So, I wrote them on a piece of paper and burned them. I then tried to think of something that you'd all find extremely interesting. I couldn't think of anything. But eventually, I got into my stride and I managed to get some notes down on paper. And I realised that from the moment that Lee told me that I'd be holding this speech here, I knew which way it was going to go. I started to think of ideas when Lee told me, and I started to think what I could say and what I couldn't say. But then I realised that I've been given complete, not to control, over what I can say or who I can talk about. So, Lee Brown. You all know that this is a man who runs into his daughter's bedroom at night wearing a glow-in-the-dark Hulk t-shirt. This is the same man who, after an open house in late 2010, when we were all sitting in the aftermath in the student centre talking about the day, he offered CAS points to some of the IB ambassadors to construct a strap-on finger for him, so that he wouldn't have to hold 2 hands when explaining the IB line profile. Where would that go? I don't know. It's the same man who apparently pays particular attention to students' boots.
Whoa!
I'd love to go on. However, the IB grades aren't set. Exactly. And the IB grades aren't set until July 6th, so I'll move on now. Now, as I look out upon all of you, a realisation strikes me. And this is not one of me being pessimistic in no way whatsoever. Maybe not. But this is the last time that I spend with some of you in this room. The last time that we will ever be together. And for those of you who fit into that category, I thank you from the very depth of my heart for these past 3 years, and for the influence that you've had in making these 3 years some of the most memorable in my entire life. And then there are those who I will meet maybe tomorrow, or this coming week, or in the summer to come, or in 15 years when we're wearing suits and shaking hands and striking business deals over world domination.
Whoa!
And to those of you who fit into that category, I look forward with so much anticipation to that day, and to those days, for the joy of meeting again is nothing, or the pain of parting is nothing like the joy of meeting again, as Charles Dickens said. But there's one thing that is for certain, and that is that I will miss almost everything in these past 3 years, almost everything. I will miss the amazing energy in the halls of IHGR. I will miss the late nights spent at IHGR. I will miss walking down to school bullies at almost every given opportunity. I will miss heading into the student centre with sole aim to procrastinate my studies in Magnus' office when talking about absolutely nothing. And I will miss working with the ambassador group, who, by the way, are responsible for everything that works perfectly today, and anything that doesn't matter is a factor of something external that no one can have any control over. I also miss our teachers, but most of all, I will miss the lifelong friends I made at IHGR, especially at 12.
Thank you.
I've seen things that I didn't know existed. I have experienced emotions I didn't think I would ever have. And I've felt true belonging that I didn't think you could feel. And you are the most amazing, this is good for all of you now. You are the most amazing, funny, open, loud, inspiring group of individuals that I have ever met in my entire life. I will ever meet in my entire life, I guess. And I thank you all for that. For the effect you've had over me personally. And from the absolute depth, breadth and width of my heart, and for use of a better term, and before I start turning into a blubbering idiot, I love you.
Whoa!
But I'm not sad at this time. A little bit, but I'm not too sad at this time. Not sad to leave you, not sad that you're leaving me. Sad to leave this family that is IHGR. There are different things which you will remember. Maybe it's a certain lesson you've had, or a teacher, or a camping trip where you all got to know each other so much better, right? Trips abroad, reasons why you were late to school, all that time you were research, all that time you watched paranormal activity in religion class when your teacher thought you were doing research. Whatever it is, it's something that you can hold on to, something that you should hold on to. But I think that we can all agree that this time that IHGR has had, that time has passed now. I am at least ready to close this chapter, that is IHGR, and open one, a new one, with excitement, only rivaled by the waving hands of Sam Shatman. For me, this chapter is one of college life in the US of A, and I cannot wait. I don't know what your chapters hold. Maybe you don't know what your chapters hold, but I urge you, make sure there's something that you can't wait for either. This is the time in life when doing something, doing anything, doing something big, something new, is easier than it will ever be in your entire life. You should say yes to as many opportunities as you can. Do anything you can. Backpack, travel, work, find yourself. Just do. You aren't tied down by children, hopefully, mortgages, or big jobs at this moment. You will never come back to this time in life. And what's something important to remember that is things you don't do in life, which you will regret the most. So, take the chance. Take the chance, please. I've now come to the part of my speech where I'm going to thank some of the people who have gotten me to where I am and who have gotten you to where you are today. Sitting here, sitting on my shoulder, on graduation. I'd like to thank my mother for always being there, my brothers and sisters for always being there, my granddad for always being there, my grandma for always being there, my good friends for always being there, my mum's friends for always being there, my hairdresser for always being there, our teachers for always being there, Sir Peter for always being there, Lee, despite the hot t-shirt, for always being there, and I'd like to thank IHGR's very own Avenger, Magnus Hall. The friendly guy at school bullies for always being there. The band ladies for always being there. The administration for always being there. The service team for always being there. The Bosnian guy on the service team who always looks like he wants to hit you for being there. For being there. P3. SB3B. LB12. Now, I don't want any of you to leave this hall without knowing what it is that I said. I don't want any of you to not know what I mean. I want to say something inspirational, something provocative, something that'll keep you all going. So here I go. Take a moment. Look to your left and to your right. Look in front of you and behind you. See that person. Meet that person. Can you see the manifested diversity that encompasses in this room? What kind of madman would put this group of individuals in a room together, let alone a school for 3 years? But we've made it work. We made something work that would not have worked in so many other situations. Just look at our world leaders, look at politics right now. Some nationalities won't even be in the same room together. But here, you sit. You have been. All 72 nationalities of you, and you have spent 5 days a week in school together. You have shown what is possible and what should be ensued. I'm not saying that what we have is flawless, because we don't live in utopia. That's not what this is. This is something else. This is something that other schools know about. This is something that other people in Gothenburg know about. And this is something that many parts of the world know about. This is IHGR. We are IHGR. Let's embrace the world we're soon to enter with this knowledge, this wisdom, this sense of belonging and ferocity cascading through our thoughts and actions. Let us go to work, knowing we are part of something marvellous. Never forget it. All of you, you are part of the distinguished groups of individuals who are capable of things world leaders cannot do. All I dare say is, Gothenburg and then the world, brace yourselves, because the graduates of IHGR 2012 are coming.
Oh, Lee's pissed off. There you are.